Carol Angela Davis. Thank you for joining me. It's July 13th. Here are your news stories for the day. We're going to begin in the nation's capital, where it's getting very nasty as we're on our debt ceiling watch. Who knew it would be used for such insidious purposes? Here's what Senate Republican Leader Mitch McConnell said in remarks on the Senate floor. No shame in his game. All right, he said, and I quote, after years of discussions and months of negotiations, I have little question that as long as this president is in the Oval Office, a real solution is probably unattainable. In other words, you want a solution, get rid of Obama. Pathetic, Mitch. The White House called McConnell's remarks unfortunate, saying Mr. Obama has made clear his willingness to compromise to take heat from his own party. Now, my question is, can a Senate Republican leader be effective? Can he be effective if he has acknowledged that he simply cannot work with the president? President Obama has 18 more months in office, so we have to know that if he can't work with President Obama, then maybe the Republicans should reconsider his position. President Obama says he will not sign a short-term deal, saying the United States of America, and we don't manage our affairs in 3-month increments. Thank you very much, unquote. And that's not all, though. President Obama is also saying that the situation is particularly critical. He says he cannot guarantee that retirees will receive their Social Security checks on August 3rd. There may not be money for those Social Security checks on August 3rd if we don't reach a deal in the coming weeks. Other checks are also in jeopardy. Disability checks are in jeopardy, as are veterans checks. And we should tell you there are 70 million people, Social Security recipients, disability recipients, and veterans, whose checks are in jeopardy if the Republicans don't get up off of it and compromise. They have completely refused to compromise, saying they will not allow us to raise taxes on the rich. But the bottom line is they would allow our veterans, people who have fought for this country, whether you believe in war or not, it really doesn't matter. We back our servicemen. They will not. They're going to put them in a position where they have gone to battle. Many of them are disabled, may have had lost a leg, lost an arm, whatever they've lost, come home to families, children they are expected to take care of, and they need their checks. And the fact that it's okay for the Republicans to act in such a way and to refuse to compromise, and even deeper than that, folks, it's okay for the wealthy in our country not to stand up and to make some noise and to say to the Republicans, we agree to the tax hike. These veterans went out, they defended you. They defended your honor, they defended your country, they defended your freedom, and they certainly defended your ability to make millions and billions of dollars. And you mean to tell me that you will not agree to a tax hike and you would allow them to lose their checks? You know what, folks? I have said it once and I'll say it again. I'm not certain that it's not a bad idea for this debt ceiling thing to not be solved by August 2nd. The bottom line is this. At some point, it's all going to go to hell in a handbasket. It's all going to fall apart. And when it does, the wealthy are going to fall harder than anyone. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And if they can't remember that to him who much is given, much is expected, then you know what? Sometimes you just it's got to fall apart, and then everybody gets it. All of a sudden, miraculously, overnight, they get it. All right, let's go to some international news. Ahmed Wali Karzai, he's the half-brother of Afghan President Ahmed Karzai. He's dead. That's right, folks. He is said to be the most powerful man in southern Afghanistan. Can you believe he was reportedly gunned down by his own bodyguard in his own house? Oh, yeah. That's La Cosa Nostra style, okay? Let me tell you what happened here, okay? This is how low down it was and how it reportedly happened. One of his own bodyguards reportedly entered a room in Karzai's home, heavily fortified home, we should say, where Karzai was meeting with tribal elders and politicians. Okay, the bodyguard asked Karzai to step out, and when he did, the bodyguard unloaded on him with an AK-47, hitting him at least 3 times. He is DEAD dead. Karzai died on the way to the hospital. As for the bodyguard, well, Karzai's other bodyguards, who knows if they were in on it, they shot him and killed him, okay? Now, let me tell you something. This is a very serious death there in Afghanistan. Authorities say you can expect his death to unleash a power struggle among government officials, police and military officers, narcotic smugglers, and tribal chieftains, all of whom reportedly paid kickbacks to Karzai. Apparently, Karzai was a crucial U.S. ally in the region. Apparently, he had been on the CIA's payroll for years. Get paid by everybody for years, providing two things primarily. Number one, he provided a degree of stability through his patronage politics. In other words, he's bribing, kickbacks, and number two, his private militia forces. These forces were reportedly raised for the CIA and took a heavy toll on the Taliban. Now, on the other hand, we have to know who we're dealing with. He was reportedly a drug dealer and at the center of the southern region of Afghanistan's multi-billion-dollar, with a B, darling, multi-billion-dollar narcotics industry. Okay, so you know it's going to go crazy over there. Let's go to some business and energy news. How about this? A mining company mining for coal right under your kid's high school. That's right, folks. A subsidiary of the second largest coal company in the United States wants to mine directly underneath a high school, okay? Right underneath a high school. All right, it's happening in West Virginia, and they want to do it for 8 years. The school in question is Buckhannon Upshur High School, and also a proposed site for a new middle school also in Buckhannon, West Virginia. The Wolf Mining Company, which is a subsidiary of Arch Coal, is seeking permission to do the mining. Now, you'll remember Arch Coal because it's the company that bought the group that owned the Sago Mine. The Sago Mine is where 12 miners were killed in 2006. Well, apparently the company owns the rights to the coal beneath the high school and has proposed plans for an 1,800-acre underground coal mine. Yeah, you betcha. That could produce 8 million tons of coal over the next 8 years. The group is called Credo. This is another group called Credo. It is collecting signatures against the mine. Already more than 57,000 people have signed Credo's petition. Credo says this, and I quote, "The primary concern is that methane gas could leak into one or both of the school buildings, potentially causing an explosion," unquote. You know, that's what happened last spring. Methane gas was the contributing factor that caused the explosion at the Upper Big Branch mine in Mont Cole, West Virginia, which killed 29 mine workers. This is no joke, Darlene. This is where your kids could be going to high school. All right, and finally today, and from California, get this from California, get this. This is from Garden Grove, California. A woman cut off her husband's penis. Yes, she did. And if that wasn't bad enough, she then threw it down the garbage disposal. They can't even reattach it, even if they wanted to. Can you believe it? Police say the woman, Catherine Q. Becker, 48 years old, laced her husband's dinner with drugs and then cut off his penis with a 10-inch, a very sharp kitchen knife. Yikes, okay? The couple had been married for about a year and a half. They were divorcing. Police say when they got there, the woman told her husband deserved it. That's right, she said he deserved it. For his part, well, they found him tied to a bed and bleeding. Can you imagine? Well, the woman has been charged with multiple charges. She could face a life sentence if she is convicted, and she is being held currently on $1 million bail. Unimaginable. Okay? That's what's going on in California. I'm Carol Angela Davis. I thank you so much for joining me. It is July 13th. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, new stories. Please follow me on Twitter at Carol Angela D. Follow me on Facebook, Carol Angela Davis, or just send me an email, carolangela.davis@gmail.com. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. I'm Carol Angela Davis. See you soon.